Yo, what up guys, it's Chadlantis, and today was actually a really awesome day. We did version carries all day long, and I drank a lot of coffee. I was freaking amped. The first card I actually did was a double version carry, and the guys kind of held their own and did the part that they needed to. They basically acted as if they weren't trials versions, as if they actually went flawless at some point. Obviously, they weren't like the level of like being a carry guy or anything, but they did better than what most people who are on like the version list would perform, you know? So they didn't really like prove that like they were completely the fault of not going flawless, you know, and that was freaking awesome. I was proud of those guys, and it was really awesome. The coolest part was that I definitely saw an improvement of the play throughout playing with them. At first, like, some guys were like slowly going into snipe lines and getting picked off and stuff like that, and just kind of like, I was like, yo, just if you're gonna go through snipe lines, like, slide through it, jump through it, at very least run through it. Don't just kind of stand there and use your primary trying to shoot a guy across the map, you know. Everybody makes that mistake. It's kind of like tempting to want to just kind of peek and kind of shoot at them and stuff, but they definitely made improvements in that area as well as other areas where they kind of like listen to calls more often. They went for revives faster. They didn't hesitate as much, and it's just such a good feeling, and just made me like feel proud. I was like, yo, you freaking improved. That was freaking sick, you know. That's awesome. And then we went through the rest of the day playing through. We lost like a total of I think 5 or 6 games a whole day long for like an 11-hour stream. 5 or 6 games, losing that amount the entire day for Virgin Day as well. That's insane. That's actually really good. Man, I was like amped. That's how many losses we got, because usually on version days we'll be taking like 10 plus losses during the day, just because some people it's just hard because it feels like 2v3s and stuff like that. But it's also mostly because I just wasn't performing as well as I needed to. But I've actually made a lot of progress recently, and I kind of clicked, and today I actually performed a lot better than I used to, and I've definitely been making improvement, which is freaking awesome. Obviously there's no like pro scene or anything like that for Destiny, which kind of sucks a little bit because that's the game I love, and actually probably would be the pro scene that I actually would get into if I was being serious about it. But I don't ever get that serious about it in the past because there's no pro scene. But I've gotten more serious about the recent history of my stream. That was a weird way of saying it, but I did recently get a lot more serious about it, because I really want to be that guy who can just guarantee get people flawless every single time, instead of just constantly pushing for, oh, I hope we get you flawless this time, you know, hope it works out. One thing I realized though is that every time I make a play, it needs to have like an advantage to what I do. I can't just kind of chill out and kind of like pull out and like, yo, I'm going to try to challenge you, you know, like that's always 50-50s, and I can't always rely on my gun skill alone to beat out trades and beat other players. I need to use my movement and map like pressure and just stuff like that, and just rotations, fast rotations, stuff like that, to keep people off guard, to always give myself as many advantages as possible. Instead of just kind of like in the past, I would just be like, all right, I'm a good gun skill, got good hand-eye coordination, let's just see if this works out and just challenge them. That's how I lose to a lot of good players. Like, I was always wondering, like, man, I crush pubs all day long. Random teams that are not that great, and then like regular average Joes, I'll crush those kids just because I outgun them straight up. But why do I lose so badly to really good players like other streamers and stuff like that? I never really could figure out what I was doing wrong in the past, and I've realized recently that it's really just that I just kind of willingly took on challenges, 1v1s, where people would just like, no, I'm here and I know they're there, and I'm just going to come around this corner and I'm going to shoot at them. And that doesn't work against good players, because they're just as good, if not maybe sometimes better than I am with gun skill. So I need to find more advantages and not just rely on that 50-50 trade opportunity, you know? So I just need to run around and look for more advantages, use map rotation, stuff like that, wait for my great A combos to come back up, all that stuff, and not be just so aggressive and just push at them or anything like that either. Just be smart about it and wait until I have the advantage opportunity and then take the fight, not just like going for it and hoping for the best. And ever since then, I met up with other good players a lot and play against other streamers like that, and almost all the matches yesterday and today that I played, Saturday and Sunday, that I've played since making that realization, I've actually won. Whereas before, and I probably would have lost most of those games. So that's such a great freaking feeling. Though I've made a lot of improvement, a lot of progress. I was also watching some other major streamers recently playing Trials of Osiris, and actually saw them get really raging. Not on this map, but also just I saw them tilt, and I just, from my own experience in the past with how when I perform bad in front of an audience, and it's just this terrible feeling of, man, I'm letting my audience down. It just makes you feel like you're letting your fans down because they believe in you, and you're trying to perform at this level that matches their belief or even exceeds it. And if you don't, you feel like you're disappointing them, and that just feels like oh, that just sucks. That's just the worst feeling. And I would always get super stressed out about it. And I would actually get discouraged and would procrastinate from streaming a lot because I was like, man, today, if I just underperform today on stream, then it's going to suck. I just got into this stupid mindset where I was just not confident in my own ability. And I would focus on the negative aspects of maybe being a disappointment. I was getting discouraged. And I just got myself into that negative rut. And seeing other major streamers getting that same experience too, where they just don't play really well. And you can see them, not really just saltiness, but just seeing them go on tilt and see them rage and just like, and get frustrated. I know exactly how that feels from my experience. So I see major streamers doing like, yo, it happens to everybody. Because not only with lag shenanigans and just other random shenanigans in Destiny, but also just the fact that anybody can win on any given day and anybody can lose on any given day as well. So with that in mind, I also just kind of re-bolsters my confidence in knowing that, you know what, I'm just gonna go out there and do my best. And I don't really care much anymore if I lose. All I care about these days is just focusing on my own performance and doing my absolute best to outperform how I used to be and always improve upon my past self. One quick thing I forgot to mention in previous vlogs, actually been wanting to mention in the past 2 vlogs I've had. There's this new website called pokevision.com. That's all one word, obviously, pokevision.com. And if you're playing Pokemon Go, then that's going to help you a lot with finding and scanning the nearby area around you to see a Pokemon there. So you'll be able to just not have to just constantly travel around to find them. You can just use the app on that phone. I don't know if there's a phone app actually, but you can use that app on the website they have and be able to just scan the area around you. And if you find a Pokemon you want, then you can leave your house and go capture that Pokemon. At least that will save you some travel time, which would be pretty nice. There is something else I want to cover on this topic, but I'm actually really freaking tired, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it all up and head out. If I remember it, I'll cover it in the next vlog. Thank you so much for being you, and thank you as always for watching.